here in Svenum Rekords with Keith Taddy. We are from Soulfox, and we're going to show you how to record some metal guitar. Today what we're going to do is we're going to set up for recording guitar on Sonar 8 through a cabinet, how to mic it, how to set it up with the preamp, get it into the interface, and ultimately into the digital audio workstation system, and everything working wonderfully.
Figured this is a video probably needed on YouTube, as not many people are found using Sonar.
Yeah, it's all about Pro Tools. Over here we're going into the corner, which I've recently turned into a little bit of an ISO chamber, and we're using my Mode 4 Marshall in a B52 Stealth Series cabinet. And ideally we have the Shure 57 mic in this cab, but we'll go back here and I'll show you what's going on. If you go directly at the comb, you're going to get a very trubby sound. Standard practice is to go 45-degree angle away from it, like this, and then you get a nice bounce between the bass and the tread. You can try out a bunch of different things going around here, moving it back as far as you want, up close up against the grill. Normally backing it a couple inches away from the grill is going to give you a little bit more fuller of a sound. As you take the mic further and further away from the cab, you're going to get more and more room reverberations, which normally for metal is not what you're going to want to go for. You're going to want a thick, in-your-face sound for the most part. Very tight sound. And it all depends on what you're looking for, of course. Alright, today we're recording on a Marshall Mode 4 into a B52 Stealth Series cabinet. We're going to be recording Avenged Sevenfold's Nightmare, and Keith Taddy here is going to be playing guitar for us. You can see that gain is set at about a quarter of the way up, and the reasoning for that is...
When you set gain up really high, what you end up with is a more muddy sound. It might sound really good when you're in your room just jamming by yourself, but when you have it in a mix, you want to leave room for everything else, and you want a really tight sound.
Yeah, the individual track may sound good, but in the whole mix of things, the transients aren't going to be there, and it's going to suck up headroom. And like I said, it's going to be muddy, and it's not what you want.
So what you do is you pull back the distortion, and then you lay over by recording multiple guitars, and then handing them to different settings and putting different post-production.
Yeah, a little bit of compression on there. The mastering will thicken it up a lot, and you'll end up getting that wall, very wide stereo spread sound of guitars. That ideally is what you're going to want. Alright, for setting this up, we can't exactly have this. We're going to go over here and use this ISO chamber. So, we're going to set the mic up to this cabinet right, or that speaker right there. We're going to move the cabinet here into this ISO chamber. And the reason we're going to use this ISO chamber is, as we said earlier, you're going to want a drier sound. Over here is my Focusrite ISA1. It is a designated mic pre. A designated mic pre like this ISA1 varies from this. This is a channel strip over here, which also has a mic pre in it, but it has a compressor and an EQ. This, as I said, is just designated. It is just the preamp. Alright, now in setting up, what you want to do is you want to set it to nominal level. A nominal level is the appropriate level for recording so that you don't get clipping or you don't leave it too low and you get too much noise. And what clipping is, as you can see, I'll turn the gain up here, and you see when it gets to the red light here and it's clipping. On a VU meter, the nominal level is at 0 and the clipping point is at plus 16. The nominal level is the ideal level you want to be recording at. As you can see here, I'm clipping, and what's happening is it is overloading the transformer or the tube, and it's replacing it with distortion, which is not what you want. So what you want to do over here, I have a 30 to 60 decibel gain, which is great for when you for mics that have lower output. So you want to turn it down to get around -12 here, and you can see over here on the VU meter it's going to be 0, around 0, hanging around 0, and over here on the dBFS meter, which stands for decibels relative to full scale, it's going to be right around -12. And on a dBFS meter, it's going to clip at 0 and over, and the nominal level, like I said, is -12. Alright, after you set it up, the reason why you want it to be around nominal level is that there's plenty of headroom for where you're going to go. Or sure, for EQing, for compressing, and for eventually mastering when you get finished. Alright, play. Okay, I'm setting up the ISA at nominal level. And Sonar is receiving nominal level as well, right around -12 dBFS. That way, there's plenty of headroom. We're going to have Keith play some guitars. We find the sweet spot over there. And sweet spot is just the ideal spot, and we're gonna do it on headphones here while he plays, and move the mic around from what we talked about before, in front of the cone, 45-degree angle, and just hear where it sounds best. So whenever you're ready, Keith.
Got to measure the vocal cords, so you stick these in the mouth.